Welcome to New Hampshire's Business. I'm Fred Coker. Restaurants in America are a DNA for a functioning America, and that's said by the famous world famous chef Jose Andres on a recent 60 Minutes show. But that's true in New Hampshire, too. And that's certainly the case in New Hampshire. But this quote from the president and CEO of the New Hampshire Lodging and Restaurant Association, Mike Summers, is unsettling. It's true, but unsettling. Here's the quote. The restaurants doing takeout aren't really surviving. They're doing about 10% of their regular business, which is not enough to sustain them even on life support. And so they are all in survival mode right now. And he said they've lost about $800 million in their revenue so far. Anyhow, with me to talk about this and what he's going to do with his restaurants is Tom Boucher, the owner and CEO of a group of restaurants scattered across the state, and you know them. T-Bones, Cactus Jack's, CT's Great Grill West, and Copper Door. And just as a note, you started as a server in one of those T-Bones back in '87, right?
I did. I started as a food server at Hudson T-Bones.
Now you own it. I'm going to ask you about your plan to open up the restaurants in just a minute. But first, you're doing takeout, I assume, and you've been able to keep on enough of your staff to do that.
We're doing takeout and curbside, and to give your viewers kind of a graphic visual of what it's like for business like ours, we're crawling along just on one hand. And if you've ever tried to crawl on one hand, it's nearly impossible. And that's what it's like right now. We're down 80% in revenue.
You got the SBA payroll protection funds, I assume?
Yes, we did. We qualified and were funded last week, which enabled us to hire back an additional 250 full-time employees on top of the 100 salaried employees that have been working in our restaurants to do the curbside and takeout.
How long could you keep going like that?
We have 8 weeks to use these funds. Right. So at the end of 8 weeks, we better be back open, or we're going to be in the exact same boat we were in.
Yeah. And these are numbers from the New Hampshire Lodging and Restaurant Association from the past couple of years. And I'm sure the numbers have changed a little bit, but it gives you an idea. 3,178 eating and drinking place locations in New Hampshire. That's in 2018. $3 billion estimated sales in New Hampshire restaurants in 2018, and 69,500 restaurant and food service jobs in New Hampshire in 2019. And of course, in the summertime, that goes up. But, Tom, as you know, some of these small restaurants have not received the financial assistance that you have fortunately been able to get, and their survival is at risk. What do they do?
Very much so. Well, first of all, they should immediately apply for the second round of funding. It's going to go fast. I will tell you, Primary Bank here in Bedford, New Hampshire, did the funding for us, and they were outstanding. And I would recommend them. They're actually the highest SBA lending bank in the New Hampshire, really? And they reported to me that only 8.9% of restaurants in New Hampshire got the funding on this first round. So that's 91% that didn't get the funding, and they're gonna have some real rough roads to survive even the next.
Yeah, and I understand some restaurants are already closed for good in New Hampshire.
Indeed, and I think you're going to see that number climb incredibly over the next several weeks if we don't get more funding.
Now, New Hampshire's going to start opening up the economy at some point. We don't know what that is. So what's your restaurant going to look like when you open it up?
You know, we're going to follow what CDC is recommending, and there are guidelines for, the same words you hear: social distancing and masks and gloves. And quite frankly, I don't envy Governor Sununu. He's got a really tough needle to thread here. You got to keep businesses closed long enough to keep people safe, but at the same time, you got to get them back open so we don't go out of business forever. So in our world, we want to open under as most normal conditions as we can. I would rather stay closed a tad longer than to open too soon to cause a spike and, quite frankly, an uncomfortable dining situation for guests. I don't want our servers having to wear masks and gloves. That's not a comfortable dining experience for folks.
Yeah. Yeah, would you take the temperature of your staff as they came to work? I mean, that's been recommended.
We absolutely would. Yes, we would, and we will do that. But I will tell you one thing, Fred, that I will not do. I will not put our staff in a position of temperaturing guests coming in the door. Imagine a young 20-year-old temperaturing you, and you're 1 degree above, and then they have to say, "I'm sorry, Mr. Coker, you're not allowed in." That's a really uncomfortable position to put a staff member in.
Even when you open, you're probably going to have a limited amount of customers, probably 30 to 50% at first. Can you keep going like that?
No, we will not survive at a 50% volume. In fact, I testified in front of the Gopher Committee appointed by Governor Sununu, and I modeled out that 50% model. We lose more money opening at a 50% occupancy than what we're losing right now, which is $140,000 a week, quite frankly.
You have another organization called Feed New Hampshire. Just talk about that real quick.
Yeah, feednh.org is an organization we started to help other nonprofits that really focus on families, education, elderly, and the disadvantaged. And we've been very proud to give back just over $1 million in the last 5 years to all these nonprofits in New Hampshire.
Well, that's a good note to end on. Thanks, Don.
Thank you, Fred.